brothers and sisters, man. Blessings to you. You know my motto, man. We still in the land of the living. I just wanted to come to you today. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on, but I'm back at doing these wake up call videos. Just kind of piggybacking off some things that's going on out there in the world. Just kind of bringing it to your fruition, bringing it to your thoughts, so you can just be aware. I know we do see what may be going on through the news, but it's good for us to understand what's going on in the prophetic times, in the timeline, so we're not being caught off guard. So the stage has been now set for the collapse, the total economy collapse. I know you've been hearing people talk about this for years. You know, people been saying this, been saying this, been saying that, but we can see the writing on the wall. And when I say we, the ones that are paying attention, you can see the writing on the wall. In fact, right here in the fourth paragraph down, it says, and I got the yellow cursor on. In these tough financial times, a study finds that it's getting harder and harder for people to save their money. In fact, 7 in 10 Americans say that living paycheck to paycheck. Recent surveys of 2007 adults find 63% don't see themselves reaching a level of financial security that would allow them to live the lifestyle that they want. Most people do not have a stable financial cushion to fall back on. Now, you know, been in that situation. Paycheck to paycheck can eat you up. Especially when you get to a point where you're not taking the time to kill the debt, get out of debt, watch your finances, watch the things you spend on food and all these other different things. But we live in an economy now, but people say that, and by me reading this article, I'm seeing that they say, people living paycheck to paycheck, but look how many jobs there are out here that people could be working, and sadly a lot of folks are not working because of fear. But let's keep going. In a time of social network has been swamped with photos and empty shelves from across the nation. Goldman's head economy strategist, one of the closest followed of Wall Street, said he's never seen market prices in shortages they are right now. Never seen. I've been doing this for 30 years, he said, and I never seen a market like this. Bloomberg TV in an interview on Monday, this is a crisis. We're out of everything. I don't care if it's oil, gas, coal, copper, aluminum, you name it, we're out of it. You said if you name it, they out of it. According to the reports, beef prices jumped 32%. Man, listen, you know how they got the chicken selects, you got the little small wings and the small drumettes. I remember we was at the grocery store last week, I believe last week, the week before last, and we just wanted to get some flats, just the flat wing selects, man. Just the flats by itself, I think it was like maybe 20 pieces, 21 pieces. You know how much it was? $22. When it used to be like 12 bucks. That's what they're talking about. So prices have jumped up to 32% in a quarter, which chicken is up by 20% and pork is up by 13%. You need to cut the pork out anyways. Of course, similar things that are happening in other nations all around the globe. The British news sources is telling us that the economy in Germany is in a free fall. Prices hike are causing tremendous amounts of pain in customers over here, so that it is going to happen when the other shoe finally drops. It's going to happen, brothers and sisters. But again, the Most High God said it would be like this. He said, as in the days of Noah, so shall it also be in the day of the coming of the Son of Man. And we see these things happening. So there's something else I want to bring to your fruition. Remember, like he said, I just told you right here in the book of Matthew 24, he says, earthquakes and pestilence in diverse places. All these things are just the beginning of sorrows, right? Look at this. Significant earthquakes, 5.0 since the Richter scale was developed in 1935. The following graph significant to major earthquakes recorded since the Richter scale developed in 1935. According to the National Geological Data Center, earthquakes considered as significant must meet at least one of the following crises. Check this out. Since 1935 to 2021, look at the scale. 1935 is in the 20s, 45, 55, 65, 75. The year around I was born in 85, up to 40%, 95. 2005, look how it jumps at 60, 65. 2015, earthquakes are going upward. Birth pains are going upward. 1935 to 2020, significant earthquakes at 5.0 plus. 5.0 plus. Look at it. Look at the graph. These are statistics. These are accurate numbers. In 2021, earthquakes 5.0 to 5.9 from 1935. Look how it went up in 2005. There's a lot going on in 2005, guys. Look at that. 6, 2015, going up. Same thing. Significant earthquakes at 6.0 to 6.9, 2005. Look what it did. And in 1935, it jumped at one point in time. Look at that. Same thing. 7.0 earthquakes. Look at the Richter scale. You see this? Total earthquakes 5.0. Total earthquakes. All the way through. In 2010, there was 2,500 earthquakes around the world. And you telling me we ain't living in some last days? Look at this. 1973 to 2001, total earthquakes 6.0 on the Richter scale. So earthquakes smaller than 5.0 magnitude has not been included in the study due to the increased data. But even the technological earthquakes are detected is better today than decades ago. It's obvious that general trends of earthquakes overall. However, I found it interesting that the magnitude of 7.0 earthquakes trend is flat. That being said, because the strong earthquakes typically make such a large impact, one can go back to further history to see that there is different trends that appeared for stronger earthquakes before 1935. So look at this, earthquake 7.0, 1 AD to 2000 AD. 1 AD, 2000 AD. Look at all this over here. Earthquakes, birth pains. Sin is the problem. And we believe that the Most High God is happy. On a related note, the following Watchmen shares on here as a watchman, showing you these things so we can be protected, so you can be able to be aware. The graph shows that there has been an increase of trend of earthquakes that result in loss of life over the past centuries, which follow both trend and increase in population and increase in earthquakes and both frequency and intensity. Earthquake 6.0, 6.5 from 1900 to 2011. Look at the intensity, guys. Look at how things change. Birth pains, man. Birth pains. Alright? Let's keep going. Birth pain headlines. Look at what's going on. This first page includes daily headlines related to birth pains of the end times. The last part of this page includes the links to the news sources in the book of Luke. Book of St. Luke, chapter 21, 25 to 28. And there will be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, on the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, and men hearts failing them from fear of the expectations of the things which are coming on the earth. For the power of the heavens will be shaken. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with power and great glory. Now these things begin to happen. Look up your heads, because your redemption draws near. So Jesus told us to watch for specific signs leading up to his return. These signs are both birth pains in Matthew 24, which we just got done reading and talking about. When these signs begin to happen, we know that our redemption has already begun. Come on. Our redemption is near, while the redemption is speaking of Israel in the second coming of Jesus. Birth pains have already begun. In other words, as the birth pains increase the frequency and intensity, we know that the church redemption, some say in the rapture, is that much sooner as expected. Side note, some suggest that to me that it is fear spoken in the passage above might enhanced from the news media. Some say it's fear. Some say, oh man, all this stuff's going on, man. It can't be that serious. But what does the word say? You know, and we have a lot of folks, they don't believe, they believe this, they don't believe that, believe all these different things. But I ask you, this one is watching it, what do you believe? Do you believe that this time that we're living in? Do you believe that we're living in some very perilous times? Do you believe that the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet standing in the holy place is real? All these things are getting ready to come into the fold. What's your thoughts, man? So I just wanted to touch base with you guys real quickly. Be ready. Stay on guard. Stay faithful. Stay prayed up, most of all. And be ready for his coming. King coming. I'll be sharing some more of this stuff here soon. Shalom. Subscribe on my YouTube channel. Blessings.